session of this evening before the continued part two of networking in the social lounge. If you are actually attending the event, then you can join us once Candy, our speaker, finishes up and join us there. But let me get into who Candy is. And I also want to know before I forget, because I had so many notes, y'all. This is kind of like DJing an event. I don't know if y'all ever had to DJ an event, but this what it seems, and I've never had to do it either, but this is what I think it would feels like. um but I wanted to let you all know, for those who are actually attending the event with us, to make certain that you are engaging and leaving comments in the chat, because we do have a prize that we'll be giving out, sponsored by Chi Bath and Body. I think Kim is in attendance here at the event. You guys can check her out, but she has a treat for you all. So again, don't forget to engage with us in the chat. And now let me tell you all about Candy Martin. I'm certain you all have seen her in the chat. Thank you, Candy, for your participation. But um, Candy is the tax professional. Candy is a registered tax professional for individuals and small businesses, serving clients for 24 years in taxes and finance. The licensed insurance agent. Candy is a licensed life, health, and accident insurance agent by the states of Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi, and Florida, and she has other states coming soon. The business advisor. Candy advises business owners from startups to those who are soaring. The educator. Candy has a passion, purpose, and plan to effectively teach entrepreneurship and business strategies. The public speaker. Candy is a motivator and educator. She has a let's get it done attitude. The philanthropist. Candy for financial literacy and business development being accessible to everyone. And the ministry servant. Candy believes God has her here for a purpose, and it begins with servitude. And I also just want to shout out Candy for actually, I don't think she's originally from my hometown, but she also lived in my hometown. So, and just also for her inviting her community to take part in this event with us. So thank you for that. Let me bring her on the stage.
All right, here I am.
Okay.
Hi. Yes. All right, well, I didn't figure out how to share the slide, so I'm going to do what I do.
Do you see
No,
the arrow that you
I'm
don't
sorry,
see
I didn't
that?
hear. No.
Oh, do you see the arrow that points upward in the middle of the screen with the little square? It says present to audience.
Yes.
Okay.
I
So
see that.
that, that's how you share. You have slides like actual PDFs.
It's in it's on Canva.
Are you actually presenting from in Canva?
Yes. It doesn't work that
Okay,
way.
then select the option to share your browser. Do you see it's going to still be under present to audience, but it'll say share screen. Do you see that?
No, but guess what? We can roll without it. I don't see it. Um,
Okay.
yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to remove myself and let you take the stage. I'm sorry about that.
Oh no, no problem, no worries. What we do is it's either gonna work out or it's gonna work out. Thank you. I call it fancy. All right, well, thank you. I want to give a big shout out to Swag Hub Magazine. It was one of the first magazines that interviewed me. I've been in this industry for about 24 years, and I am so thankful for making the connections along the way, meeting great people like Francesca and the Swag Hub team. Let me tell you, the work is plenty of work to be done. We have I'm going to talk about some statistics, and I have a few minutes. And just like the young lady before me, there's no way we can give you a crash course in 10, 15 minutes that's going to solve all of your money problems. But what it will do, we want to disturb your thinking. We want to get you to go back and take a second look, whether you're making millions of dollars or you just made your first dollar. We want to make sure that you're still checking in, you're romancing your money, you're having date night with your finances. I love that idea. We schedule everything. We schedule vacations. We schedule baby showers. We schedule luncheons with our girlfriends. We do all those things, but we need to also schedule time to romance our money, just like the young lady said. And I really like that idea. I think I'm gonna have to use that. And that's what it's all about: collaborating and learning. Be a forever student. The very first presenter tonight, she talked about the mindset of money. I'm telling you, nothing we say is going to matter. No tip, no secret to success that we can give you if you don't have your mindset set on that you can do this, and having a commitment to do the work. This is not easy. A lot of us, speak for myself, we were taught things when we were younger that it developed our belief system. We made a lot of bad money decisions. I'm sure we can all, a few of us can write a good book about that. And so we've, fast forward, we're here, and because we have a passion, because I have a passion to help people to do better, to have a better outcome, a better quality of life, that kind of lands me where I am now. So what I'm going to do tonight, what I normally do, I teach people how money works. And a lot of times people say, well, how do you, that sounds interesting. Yeah, it is very interesting. And knowing, not just having it, but knowing how it properly works, it will help you get more of it. It's going to help you save and plan, have your emergency fund. It's going to also help you be prepared and be protected in the time of financial peril, which we all know. Someone mentioned earlier about COVID, how that came through, and how many people lost their lives, and their families weren't prepared nor protected. And so that's one of the things that I want to talk about. But tonight, because we are speaking to the Profit Her audience by Swag Her, I want to talk a little bit about women just for a second. And just as she mentioned, uh, just in case somebody's wondering, my name is Candy Martin. I am a financial educator, and I take great joy in doing this. So, for women, for us ladies, guys, if you're listening, we love you too. But this is, the next few things I'm going to say is going to be pertaining to women. By the year 2030, women will have control of about an estimated $30 trillion in money. That is a lot of money that is going to come through, in the next few years through our hands. And if we're not educating ourselves now and educating our community, that money is just going to come in and go out. $30 trillion. And we own about um, 20%, 30% of privately owned businesses. That is projected to grow. We are 52% of the management and professional sector right now, and of course that is growing even more. We earn about 57% of the degrees. So if we have all this success and we're going to have all this money coming in, then why aren't we feeling fulfilled and financially free? You know, um, all of us on tonight have been talking about undoing unhealthy habits with money, and let's get our mind right, and think about doing investing, thinking about saving. We're having all these conversations now so to prepare us for the next wave. Because of days of old, women weren't primarily handling money, and so things have changed. And then I want to kind of pivot or add to that, when it comes to black women, we're even lower in numbers. And so my duty and my job is to give you financial literacy, to educate you. And so one of the things I want to make sure is, a lot of times when, and I'm sure the other coaches can attest to this, when we talk about, take my master class, we're going to be teaching on business finances, how to connect with money, how to get more money, the secret sauce. When we say those things, a lot of times people come on, and my very first part of every session is, let's get your personal finances in order. And they'll say, well, I signed up for a business credit workshop. I signed up for how to get grants and how to get loans. So why is the first session about personal finance? If your personal house is not in order, it will negatively affect your business one way or the other. And sometimes, you know, I strongly believe, and it's not always the case. So, but I strongly believe how you do one thing is how you do everything. How you run your house will be essentially how you run your business. Because if you don't have habits and patterns and scheduled events in your personal life, that same way of doing things, that same way of operating is going to flow over into your business. And so when it comes to your finances, we have to learn. We have to have that professional and personal development. We have to get financially educated. Financial illiteracy is one of the number one reasons why the black community, and even more so black women, or last in everything when it comes to finances, because we simply do not know. And so one of the things I heard, I think it was Miss Marna, she mentioned the rule of 72. So what I want to do, with the few minutes that I have left, I want everyone to, like she gave you that homework, to go out and get your bank statements, look and see how your savings is coming along. I want you to implement the rule of 72, and that is going to help you make a decision on should you leave your money where it is or should you look at doing something different with it. And so the way the rule of 72 works, and you'll just take, write this down. I'll make sure that I get it to Miss Francesca so that, perhaps she can email it out. But what you want to do, you want to take the number 72 and you want to divide it by whatever your current interest rate is. Sad to say, the average savings at a bank is about 0.06%, not 6%, 0.06%. All right, and so if let's say you have some money in an account, and when you multiply that, that's gonna take that's gonna tell you how long it's gonna take for your money to multiply. So if you have 72, so everybody, let's get our calculators out, or we can write it down if you're old school. But if you can, take your phone out and think about how much money you have in your savings account. And if you don't have a savings account, let's use $100 for the sake of the example. So I'm going to use 70. I'm going to use $100 just in case someone does not have a savings account. Okay. So 72 divided by 0.6%. It's going to take your money 1,200 years to double. Now, a lot of times we will see, hey, open up a savings account. We'll give you a free hat. Open up a savings account with us, and we'll give you a $50 gift card. They're willing to do all these things because in reverse, just like the rule of 72 is working against you, the consumer, whether you're a business owner savings account or a personal savings account, as the bank, they profit off of that because in reverse for them, they take the rule of 72 and they charge about an average if you have a car loan, maybe 16%, if the credit is not excellent. And they're charging about 16% on average for credit cards or car loans. And it's only going to take their money 4 years to double. So, yeah, they're going to give you free things and free incentives to sign up. So, you want to make sure that you do that homework assignment that you gave earlier. All right, and so the last little tip that I'll give, you want to make sure that that was on the finance side. Now on the tax side, you want to make sure that you have your account set up, whether you're going to pay tax now, you're going to pay taxes later, or you're going to never pay taxes. So those are some of the things that I take pride in educating our community on because, like I said, in the year 2030, we're going to have about $30 trillion going through our hands. And we want to make sure, like the young lady said earlier, are you going to be a millionaire by this time next year? And it is very possible if you strategize and set these things up right. So what I want to do for everybody that is in here for Swag Her, since I adore you guys, this community is great. I have a free book for everyone, a free book and a complimentary session. All you have to do to get it, there's no shipping, there's no promises to be made, nothing. I just want you to get educated on how money works. They break down um, a lot of the myth that we thought. It teaches practical application, and it just has to be. And we even talk about mindset. And if you would like to have a free copy of that, and I'll put it in the chat, you're gonna text the word swag, SWAG. You're gonna text that to 985-326-9297, and that is available to the Swag Her community. I appreciate the time that I was to be here. I was taking notes. I got pages of notes. Look, let me tell you, I don't know who said it earlier, but be a forever learner. The things in this industry change a lot, but a lot of it, the most of it, stays the same. So it's time for us to learn, to collaborate, to have our mindset on learning how money works so that we can properly apply it to the things that we want to do, like take those dream vacations, retire our parents, um, or send our kids to college or not college, whichever way. But if you text the word swag to 985-326-9297, I'll make sure that I get those books mailed out to you all on tomorrow or, whenever it comes through. I will mail those books out to you. and you can also have a complimentary session. So we can find out what is your financial independence number. What is it that you need to be saving for your particular situation? All right, guys, thank you so much. This 985 it's 985-326-9297, and you're going to text the word swag. Thank you, Francesca. This has been great.
I'm so sorry, Candace. I was trying to get the number in the chat right. As
You're
soon as
fine. You're
I
fine.
showed it, I was like, okay, that's 984. But that
Well,
was
there you
so
go.
the fact that you said that about the trillions of dollars. I hadn't heard that, but I'm definitely going to look more into it because it just, it really makes you think like 2030 is what 7 years from now, not even a total
Right,
seven anymore.
right.
So yeah. So thank you so much again.
Oh, no problem.
I'm gonna go ahead on and remove you from the stage, and then okay. So, guys, that was the last session again for this evening. You all can, of course, go back into the networking lounge. That'll be open for another 25 minutes now. But that way, you all can connect. You can see who else is in attendance, especially if you hadn't really been active in the chat. But I thank everyone for attending. If I don't see anyone in the lounge, then I'm going to go ahead on and close the event out. So if you are planning to go back there, please make certain that you do so immediately. Don't go sit down somewhere, then say, "Oh, I'm gonna hop back on in the last 5 minutes," because I'm not gonna be here. So I'm looking forward to just seeing who does come back there though. And again, join us tomorrow evening, as that will not conclude but continue the second night of Profit and Secure Her virtual conference, and we have some more speakers. Tomorrow night is another business night as well, so the topics will be more business centered or business focused. And then on Thursday evening, we have more self-care, wellness, mental health, things along the lines of that. So I hope that you all will be joining us for each night. And if you would actually like to join us on the back end, whereas you can actually participate in the chat and everything too, then shoot us an email at let me drop an email here, and I will send you all the link so that you can participate with us on the back end and actually go into the networking lounge. But thank you all again for tuning in. Peace and blessings.